But what a time set by Todachev. Look at this, Felix is away and running. Good performance by Mark.
Well, Frampton didn't quite take his grip in time there, and Gregor Edmonds, the referee, blew the whistle, so Frampton already up against it. Felix turns and goes.
Well, Mark Felix just slowing up a little bit. Todachev's time is safe, but Felix does finish in second place. 22.57, but there are still some pretty good guys to come. Now, what about Frampton?
Well, he's going to try and finish this. He's a real fighter, Frampton. Every year he just chips away and gets better and better. First time he made a Britain's Strongest Man final was back in '04. He's slowly got better. Now his hands, I think his hands might be a problem. Once your calluses go, Paul, once your skin rips, you're in real trouble in this event.
Well, we've seen some horrendous hand injuries in this event in the past. And unfortunately, Rob Frampton may be the latest to get injured. There he is, just having a look at his hands. But what a time by Felix, second place. Now, a chance for Terry Hollands. He's already qualified for the World's Strongest Man final to be held in South Africa. Jimmy Marku hasn't, so he wants to put on a good display here. And this really is a case of little and large, isn't it? Jimmy Marku very strong, Terry Hollands an absolute giant. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Well, back in 2008, these two guys were gunning it out for Britain's Strongest Man. Terry lost his title that year to Jimmy, and he hasn't forgotten it. He'll be looking for a little revenge here.
So Terry Hollands turns, Jimmy Marku just taking his time. Now Hollands is away. The time by Todachev has gone. What about Felix's time? That has gone as well. Hollands just over 24 seconds. Good enough for third place for the time being. And poor old Jimmy Marku here, really struggling towards the end, Colin.
Yeah, again, I think his grip's gone. He'll be happy to see that finish. 36.63, well behind Hollands.
Two guys to go, and it's game on. Can anybody beat the Bulgarian? Zavikas on the left-hand side, Radzikovsky here on the right-hand side. Finished first and second in our first event, the axle lift. Look at that, what a great title it is, the World's Strongest Man last year. Now then, tremendous time, still standing up for first place, Todachev of Bulgaria. Can anybody beat that? Away we go. Zavikas just has the advantage at the moment.
Radzikovsky trying to catch, a little stumble, and he's gone down. And he's glancing at his finger. He talked about having a broken finger before, but it's obviously troubling.
So Zavikas storming towards the finish, but outside of the time set by Todachev, inside the time set by Mark Felix. Second place for Zydrunas Zavikas, and Krzysztof Radzikovsky only 26.03 meters.
Stoyan, that was very, very fast indeed. You've won your first event. What is your secret?
My secret is I have fast legs and good grip.
You certainly have. And Zydrunas, you let him beat you. What happened?
He one of the best in the world in this event, and my result is also not so bad for me.
But you are very slim now. You have fast feet.
I am now faster for sure, but next time must be more faster.
Yeah, you sound out of breath, but well done to both of you. Well done.
Todachev on a cool 20 seconds just edges Zavikas. Felix and Hollands both register strong finishes. Hollands now moves into second place with Marku third, but Radzikovsky's poor performance sees him slip down the table. A suspected broken finger won't have helped. Zavikas has no such worries as we enter the third event.
On to event 3, and it is the medley. You have to flip this 400-kilo tire 3 times. Then you come down to the halfway point, yes, just halfway, and you have to pick these 100-kilo sacks of cement up and run them down to that 4-foot podium at the end. Now, Terry, I mean, you're a giant man. Surely this kind of thing it's almost fitness for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really tough event for the bigger guys, the more athletic guys. This sort of thing really suits. So, yeah, it's going to be really tough for me. Having to carry the 300-kilo sacks down to the end is going to really take it out of you.
Well, if you want to win Europe's Strongest Man, you have to prove you have endurance strength also.
Yes, you certainly have to be the all-round athlete for this one. Rob Frampton, he's got this test to come. And Radzikowski, very disappointed with his previous performance. Still looking at that hand that he injured. Now, watch this. This is going to be fascinating. 3 flips required, 400 kilos the weight. It's absolutely immense, and Radzikowski is away to a cracking start.
Well, you can almost lift this with your shoulders. You think it's all hands tired, but it isn't. Now, Radzikowski, how's he going to deal with these bags? Well, what a strange grip, Paul. He should grip it much, much tighter and hold it higher.
Well, certainly he's got a problem here. It's quite a high plinth they've got to get it onto, and look how much distance Rob Frampton has caught up.
Well, Frampton's tortoise in the hair here. He's already on to number 2. And I wonder if it's the finger of Radzikowski, or whether he's just lacking fitness.
Well, Mariusz Pudzianowski will not be very happy with his athlete on this one. And Rob Frampton has done superbly here. On paper, you'd have thought Radzikowski had got it, but look at this, he's holding his hand. And that is not good news. The pole is finished. So all eyes on Rob Frampton to see if he can complete the course.
Well, this is going to be a good finish from Frampton to beat Radzikowski, 67.19. This is a really hard event.
Those guys are breathing, their hearts are beating fast, but on this occasion, it was an injury that put paid to the Polish champion. A little glimpse there of the chief referee, Gregor Edmonds, himself a superb athlete. And Louis-Philippe Jean of Canada, time to make his mark on this competition. And he's up against Alex Coletto of Italy. So the lead held by Rob Frampton, 62.19. And in the previous event, Radzikowski got off to a blistering start, but he couldn't finish it off. And that's exactly what these guys have got to do now.
Well, he's not very mobile, Coletto, the big Italian, but he's certainly the first Italian we've had in a long time in international strongman. Not since Franco Colombo in the late 70s have we seen a strongman at World's Strongest Man. That's one for Coletto.
Well said, Colin. There you go. Jean gets one away. To go for the Italian, and really blowing hard here. I bet his pulse rate is just skyrocketing at the moment.
Sweat lashing off him. Coletto melting under the heat here. Can Jean catch him?
Tell you what, Jean has caught up a little bit, but Coletto, he's going to finish it off. Good performance by the Italian. Well done. 52.75.
Well, he stayed cool under pressure as Louis-Philippe Jean finishes off in just over the minute.
The Canadian just finishing a little stronger, I thought, there. Future strongman, perhaps. Everybody here supporting Jimmy Marku, the local man. And certainly his elbows and his biceps well wrapped up there. Sergei Romanchuk of the Ukraine, real tough customer. So here we go. 52.35 to beat Coletto, the Italian, who holds the lead at the moment.
Romanchuk staying with Jimmy Marku here. This is a good running mate for Marku because Romanchuk is very fit.
And Jimmy just having to throw that sack a little bit higher than Romanchuk. Oh, look at this. Marku absolutely flying at the moment.
Great foot speed for Marku.
Well, Marco, he's certainly got the lead. He's certainly got the clock on his side. But he's struggling now. I think he might have hurt himself. And Romanchuk comes steaming through to take it and take the lead as well. And I fear that Jimmy Marku has had a big injury of his bicep. Oh, my goodness. How disappointing for the Englishman.
Well, you can see he was just tackling that last bag. His grip went, and so did his bicep. Oh, and that's exactly what he's saying.
And that injury has certainly silenced his fans. Well, a lot of British interest in this one. Terry Hollands, England's strongest man, up against Mark Felix. He had a superb result in World's Strongest Man a few years ago. Two great competitors, two very strong men. Here we go.
Holland's just a little bit quicker away. Uses his body weight well against the tyre here. Now, is Felix the fitter, faster man on these light sacks? Well, light for them anyway.
Well, don't forget, Terry Hollands is a former rugby player, so he can certainly move about well. And look at this. He's ahead of Felix now. Going well. One more sack to go for both of them.
Well, look at the way Hollands just rips it off the ground with his hands. Great technique, great finish.
Hollands in the lead, just over 33 seconds. What has Felix got left? Well, Mark just struggling a little bit here. He's run out of steam, but 40.96, he's in second place. It's England at the top of the table at the moment.
And Hollands, look at that, finishing in style with a sprint. He wants this Europe's Strongest Man title badly.
Guys, what a great result. You're currently in first and second place with one more heat to go. 33 seconds, Terry, 40 seconds, Mark. Do you think you can hold off the others? Will that be enough to keep the win?
I don't know. I mean, I went as quick as I could. There's no way I could have possibly gone any quicker, but these two guys coming up are both amazing athletes. Stoyan and Zadrunas, and they're both amazingly quick on things like this, so it's going to be really difficult.
Anything can happen. And Mark, there was some water in your lane. How did that affect you?
It's affected me a lot. When I pick it sack up, it just starts slipping, so I just couldn't get hold of it, so it slowed me down a lot.
Very disappointing, but that's the sport. But well done. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how the others do.
Well, Terry Hollands was not wrong. Zavikas, the world's strongest man, one of the last to go, but he's paired with Todochev, and he's generally recognized as the fastest man around the park when it comes to strongman competition. This could be close. Now, Todochev away quickly. I wonder if this is going to be a bit of a tortoise and hare act here, but Todochev encroaching on the line of Zavikas.
He's got to be careful. I don't think he'll get punished for that. It didn't really stop Zavikas flipping the last flip. Look at Zavikas, 165 kilos of body weight, and he shifts like a sprinter.
And these guys are so powerful. Remember the time of Terry Hollands, 33.41. I tell you what, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Oh, he's got it, 33.22 by less than 0.2 of a second. He's got it. Terry Hollands in second place.
Look at the charge at the end there. Every bit as good as Hollands in fitness.
Big Z, another win in this competition. You're fast. You really are fast. How much is that a strength endurance event and not just a pure strength event?
It's more speed and endurance event because 100 kilograms for us is very lightweight.
So have you been working on your speed?
I just training, same thing, nothing special.
Well, it seems to be working. Good luck for the rest of the competitions. Big Z!
Marku's worst fears are realised. A torn bicep ends his tournament. Radzikowski probably wishes he could slip away as he posts another poor performance. With just 2 events to go, Zavikas already has one hand on the title. Hollands is looking strong in second place. Next, it's car maintenance strongman style with an extra 200 kilos of concrete in the boot to make it interesting. Felix and Hollands show the rest of the world how it's done.
The greatest strongmen on the planet. The most demanding challenges. Testing the very limits of human strength, power, and endurance. The World's Strongest Man 2010 Finals starts Sunday at 8, exclusively on Bravo.